What's going on, guys? Now, the MLB just released 3 new rules that they're going to be implementing in the 2023 season. So I'm going to go over them and I'm going to give you my thoughts on them. So let's get right into it. So they've been testing these new rules and I guess they like the way it's going, so they're now going to implement them into the next season. So the first rule is the pitch timer. So with the pitch timer, the pitchers are going to have 15 seconds when the bases are empty, 20 seconds when there's runners on base. Each hitter receives 1 timeout per plate appearance and that's it. And when they tested it in the minors in the 2021-2022 season, it sped up the games by about 26 minutes. So I'm a huge fan of this rule. There's nothing worse than either being on deck or even in the field when your pitcher's taking his time. I love it when pitchers work quickly, so I'm a really big fan of this rule. Baseball's already a pretty slow game as it is, so when you have a pitcher who takes his time on the mound, it makes it even slower. So I'm a huge fan of this rule. I like it. I'm glad they're bringing it to the MLB. Now the second rule is they're going to have bigger bases. So the bases are going to go from 15-inch square to an 18-inch square. Now the main reason that they did this was for player safety, and I think that's a good idea. I think it is going to help with player safety, especially on first base, but I think it's going to have a big impact on the game. So when they measure first base, it's from home plate to the back of the base. So the base is going to be 3 inches closer to home plate. So not only is the runner going to be closer to the base, the first baseman is also going to be 3 inches closer to the fielder. And with so many bang plays, I think this is going to make a pretty big impact and there's going to be a lot of different outcomes on some plays. And the last rule is the shift. Now there's no more shift. Each team has to have 2 players on either side of second base when the pitcher's throwing the ball. And all 4 infielders have to have their feet on the dirt when the pitcher's on the mound. Now I'm not a big fan of this one. I think that if players want to beat the shift, they should beat it east-west and not just try to power it through or hit it over. And I get it, people are always saying, oh, well, he gets paid to do this, he gets paid to do that. Well, they get paid to get hits and they get paid to get on base. So if you start going the other way with it, then maybe they won't shift you as much, and then you have a little bit better chance of getting on base. But to completely take this defensive play out of the game, I'm not a huge fan of it. I think you should be able to play wherever you want. If you want to put every single player in right field, then go for it. Force the player to go the other way. So I'm a big fan of the pitch timer. I'm a little bit iffy on the base changes, but I'm not a big fan of the shift. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button below, and I'll see you next week.